Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we have for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, as the third free title update is right around the corner, as Capcom went ahead and provided us with their brand new digital presentation event, showcasing a bunch of brand new goods. Now I went over a lot of the stuff that they showcased in the presentation itself, but usually more information drops right afterwards, and today we're going to be going over some of the things that were provided directly through the website, but also through developer details that they provide after the presentation. And what they're touting this time around is essentially 7 brand new changes / features being added in this time around. All of them are showcased originally on the website, but again, some updates were posted through a blog update as well. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description below for both. If you're interested in checking them out, they are available in English for sure. So first and foremost, they go over a couple of the details regarding the monsters themselves. Of course, that being Chaotic Gore Magala, Risen Kushala Daora, and of course, Risen Teostra. When it comes to Chaotic Gore Magala, they give a little bit of a brand new description, and they mention that Chaotic Gore Magalas are Gore Magalas that have fallen into chaos, having been denied their evolution into Shagaru Magala. They maintain their original power while possessing the potential of Shagaru Magalas, making them incredibly unstable. Sometimes this leads to them to fall into the state of anguish and violence. When attacking their prey, they repeatedly fold and unfurl their wings, as if to show their internal struggles within their own form. So of course, kind of like the original description that we had for Chaotic Gore Magala in, I believe, Generations Ultimate. And a lot of the changes seem to be just gameplay wise. I think we do get to see it do a brand new attack in the trailer itself, but of course this one has kind of been already a monster that we had been expecting for quite a while, and I'm just excited to finally be able to hunt it. It's been quite a while since we haven't necessarily been able to hunt this one. And of course, the brand new armor set as well, which was featured in the presentation. You should be seeing the image on the screen right there. Of course, the armor is finally confirmed as well. When it comes to Risen Teostra, they mentioned that Risen Teostras are elder dragons that have found a way to overcome their affliction. Remember, they're talking about the Curios. By suppressing the Curios virus, they have gained great strength with new abilities. While clad in flame, Risen Teostras unleash more dust clearing and non-stop barrage of explosions until everything in the vicinity has been turned to ashes. I do love that they make it very clear that there's going to be more dust everywhere, therefore they're going to be continually exploding. Remember, Teostra loves to do his big bang explosion. On top of that, if anything like Risen Chameleos is anything to go by, Risen Chameleos also has an explosion. So now Risen Teostra is going to have 2 massive explosions. The one that it naturally does with the dust, and then the Risen Teostra, or the Risen form explosion that they do as they kind of just like reset. Remember that Risen Chameleos, I believe he puts out the fog and then he does the explosion and it goes away. So Risen Teostra will most likely end up doing the same thing and clearing out the dust at the same time. So this one is going to be a very exploding monster from the looks of it. Moving over to the second Risen monster, of course, a Risen Kushala Daora. They mentioned that Risen Kushala Daoras are elder dragons that have found a way to overcome their affliction. By suppressing the Curious virus, they have gained a great strength and new abilities. They command destructive storms, easily cornering their prey with a more varied arsenal of attacks than their regular counterparts. Now, I've always said this since basically this one was added in the version 2.0 patch back in base Monster Hunter Rise. Kushala Daora is a pain in the butt to fight, and people cart to this thing more than they probably should. And Risen Kushala Daora is most likely going to be no different, if not worse. People don't necessarily know how to read this guy's attacks. He's always been a pain in the butt. He does those whirlwinds. People just continually rush forward and they end up getting destroyed. So it seems like this time around, this is not going to be changing. And of course, these Risen forms do hit relatively hard. Now, the second feature that they mentioned is, of course, the changes to Anomaly Research Quest. Now, this is a big feature, of course, continually adding more, as 7-star quests are now available through anomaly investigations going all the way to level 200. they also showcased that new features for curious crafting are being added. Now, we did see one of those in the trailer where they basically mentioned that if you're doing curious crafting for your armor and you actually choose to go for either defense, which I don't know why anyone would want to do that, if you want to go for skills or other, you are going to have the option to roll specifically for that. So for those people who are looking for skills or perhaps decoration slots, you're going to be able to kind of tweak the RNG a little bit. And this is not the original change that we had before, where of course you could just kind of like re-roll infinitely and like tweak around and then not necessarily lose materials. But now you're going to be able to kind of tell the RNG like, this is the stuff that I want, therefore you should just continually give me more of that. So not great, not perfect. You still can't necessarily tell the game what it is that you want, what kind of skills you want, or how many deco slots you want, but it's an added addition that is a welcome one. At the same time, 7-star anomaly investigation monsters being added in is a great addition. This is something that we went over in the data mines, and I can confirm now that 6 monsters will be making their way as 7-star anomaly monsters. Gold Rathian, Silver Rathalos, Seething Bazelgeuse, according to their actual official pronunciation, Scorn Magnamalo, Furious Rajang, and Flaming Espinas. Remember that if you actually saw my data mine videos, I went over pretty much every single one of these monsters, but again, data mines are incomplete. Now we actually know through their official page that these are the 6 monsters that are going to be there. If you're going to be asking, where's Violet Mizuzune or where is Lucent Nargacuga, well, they are still arena monsters, and until they get a quest outside of the arena, simply put, they are not going to be 7-star anomaly monsters. And Chaotic Gore Magala could potentially be added into the future because we see Chaotic Gore Magala in the Shrine Ruins. So most likely this one is going to be making its way probably in the next update or so. Another one of the features, of course, they talk about is now layered weapons, of course, being part of the brand new set of DLC. They did showcase a little bit of a trailer showcasing every single one of the weapons that is a little bit of a longer extended form than the stuff that they of course showed in the presentation itself. They show a lot of really cool like plushie versions of these weapon layer options, which is cool and all. I'm not necessarily over the moon about it, but the fact that people seem to like them based on some of the comments that I saw in the trailer itself, people do seem to like them. And some of the monsters, I guess my only real comment regarding the monsters chosen for each one of the weapons is that they didn't choose Kuropeko for Hunting Horn. That was like such a no-brainer, that they should have just went Kuropeko. Now, Kuropeko's not part of the game, but certainly making a plushie of Kuropeko could have gone a long way. I guess they just wanted to feature monsters that are part of the game, so it is what it is. The fourth thing that they highlighted in the official website is that now follower quests are being completely revamped, if you will. They are now having you the option to take followers with you to almost every master rank quest, including anomaly quests and anomaly investigations. So remember, master rank quests are pretty just much normal quests. You should probably have already done all of these, since you should be able to get plenty of materials for crafting by just doing every single quest. On top of that, and if you're doing them single player already, you should be way ahead. Anomaly quests are the ones that you unlock after you reach a certain level. So right now, anomaly investigations are going to go to level 200. So 181 will be unlocking 7-star, the 6-4 I mentioned monsters. They're going to be unlocked at 181. And of course, anomaly investigations are the one that you're continually doing grind with. And now you're going to have the option to bring in followers offline and play with them in that regard. So this is something that people have been doing through mods on the PC for quite a while, and I'm glad to see this feature finally being added in. This is something that even in the developer interviews that I've gone over and I've translated multiple times in different videos, they keep touting that they're very happy with the follower system. So if they are going to continually add more features to followers, and presumably for the next game, cough cough, Monster Hunter Paradise, if they choose to do that for the next game and bring in followers along, then it's gonna be a muchly welcome addition, I guess, or a continuation of that feature and making it even better. Now, the fifth thing that they mentioned is a brand new original voice character named Kagami. Now I'm going to make a separate video about Kagami because I want to talk about the lore of this character. So we're going to leave that for a separate video. There's a lot to go over, stuff that they provided on the website, stuff that they provided on the blog update afterwards, and the actual stuff that they provided in the trailer itself. So we're going to be talking about this new original voiced character as part of free DLC. Now, of course, one of the things that they mention is the addition of brand new event quests. Now, we know of one of them, the Crimson Glow Valstrax Furious Rajang dual threat quest, and that's going to be added in. This is going to be the one where the developers are going to be using, I believe it was the Insect Glaive as the weapon that people voted for. So we're going to be able to see that one as one of the ones. Another quest that they showcased there is a Zenogre and a Mizutsune in the Shrine Ruins as well. So we're going to be able to see more event quests. And they also showcase a bunch of like layered armor options as well that are going to be making their way. One of them looked pretty good for female hunters. So definitely looking forward to seeing more of that. They showcased, I believe, 8 different slides. So we're looking at most likely 8 more weeks of event quests post November 24th, which is when this starts to drop. So I'm guessing November 30th, December 1st would be the first week. That's going to take us pretty much all the way to the end of January. That would be somewhere along those lines. I got to do the calendar. I got to look through the calendar to be able to understand pretty much where we're going to be. But most likely, they did mention that in spring, I think, is going to be the next update after the winter one. Winter technically is still February. So, you know, we're going to be seeing more probably by the end of January would be the next presentation, if I had to guess right now. The last slide that they provide us with is, of course, paid DLC. They mentioned a variety of DLC has been added, including 14 stuffed animal layered weapons. But of course, that's not the only option that they have there. They showcase that because that is really what they want to push, but they are also confirming through the website that the Monster Hunter Rise DLC Pack 8 is gonna be making its way into the game. Some of the like layered armor options, the characters wearing like coats and stuff like that, is something that we did get to see. But one of the things that kind of went over, and probably not even showcased in the trailer itself, I don't remember, is that Hinoa's Hunter layered armor set is going to be provided. So you are now going to be able to have that option there, where Hinoa's layered armor is going to be added in. Also, Chiche's Hunter voice pack and Vahari's Hunter voice pack are going to be part of this DLC set as well. So plenty of paid DLC, Chiche, Bahari, the new Kagami, and of course Hinoa's Hunter layer armor as well. So all of those are the additions for paid DLC, not free DLC, which are the event quest. But that's pretty much all the stuff that they touted for this specific third free title update. I will remind you that patch notes and brand new patch changes will be dropping most likely in about 3 days or so, probably a day or two before the actual 24th, well, the 23rd for us late at night, 24th for Japan. So that is the way how that's going to work. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.